Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maureen and I'm here to give you insights on how you can land a remote working role, either virtually or just remotely as a freelancer or a full-time remote worker. And the first way to get a remote job is how you package yourself and how you brand yourself. So first of all, you need to make sure you equip yourself with the right skills, and then you can sign up into websites like Upwork, We Work Remotely, FlexJobs, Freelancer.com. Put your profile up there and start bidding for jobs. Well, this seems like it's an easy thing to say. It has actually worked for me in the past, whereby you bid for jobs as they come. So you only apply for jobs that have been posted within a few minutes, probably 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, up to maybe 30 minutes. Then, once you bid on those jobs, continue bidding. That way, the algorithm in that website will actually show this is an interested applicant who wants to land a job as soon as possible. So, this is the how, and this is the fastest way on how you can land a remote role as an African or as a full time remote worker. The second way is putting up a portfolio on LinkedIn or just a personal portfolio on Canva templates. You can just visit canva.com and create a portfolio that showcases you as a professional, the skills you're offering, the packages that you're offering, your client testimonials, and the projects that you have done in the past. So, for example, if you have no experience, for example, you're a bookkeeper. I'll keep talking about bookkeeping because I myself am a bookkeeper, so I'm most familiar with that. For example, you believe you can do bookkeeping for clients worldwide. You need to have a portfolio that showcases your best work or your most recent work, client testimonials, and even your achievements. Can they even be quantified? So, for example, you have to put a section in the portfolio that shows your projects that you have worked on and anything that you brought into that work that made that work easier, or the problems that you solved for a client and what was their feedback. So, a portfolio basically shows you as a package from who you are, and then it is very well graphically, aesthetically pleasing. So it's not like a CV, because a CV looks so formal and bland and plain, but a portfolio is able to dive into your best work, client testimonials, how you structure your work, how you rate your pricing, and where you started, what you've been working on, the skills that you have, the softwares that you work with as a bookkeeper. For example, I'll put there Excel, I'll put QuickBooks, I'll put NetSuite, I'll put SCP, I'll put, all these things that I use to make sure that my work is a success to my client. And because of that, a client is able to look on that portfolio and see this is a serious person and I need to reach out to them as soon as possible. It has worked for me over the past 5 years, and I would suggest that you do the same. And if you need help in creating a nice portfolio, just send me a message or write a comment there, and I'll help you get started with canva.com. Just sign up on Canva and use the free trial period to make your template, then download it or attach it to your website. They have an option whereby the template can be included as a website. The portfolio can be done as a website or can be downloaded as a PDF. So yes, I'll show you how mine looks like in this, in the next slide, and then you'll get to know why clients hire me as they look at that portfolio. So necessarily you don't have to bid. I have not been bidding for jobs for the past 2 years because I set up my Upwork profile in such a way that I have the right keywords. So if a client wants, for example, I need a bookkeeper to do monthly categorizing and bookkeeping for my 3 bank accounts. So when they search, my name will always appear. Number one, because I have 100% job success, and number two, because my profile is complete and up to date, and then it carries the right keywords. Keywords are important. What you put in your profile is important. All those things that you have attached, the sample work, the portfolio, the packages that you're selling, they need to be catchy to the client, because the client needs to solve a problem. They need to see through your profile that this is the right person that can solve my problem. And so they will reach out to you either directly or offer you a contract or an interview, then you get started on it. So if I wanted to be a remote worker, these are the things I would do. Go to your LinkedIn, revamp it, search, go to ChatGPT, show ChatGPT how your LinkedIn looks like by copy pasting everything on your LinkedIn. Tell them, I am posing in my LinkedIn as a virtual assistant. What is here? Does it show? Does it appeal to any client? Then ChatGPT will just answer you that you need to add words like this, you need to say this, you need to, to add a few more aspects of your work and of your experience on your LinkedIn profile. And that way you are able to narrow down or niche down to the specific clients that should look for you. Yes. The next thing I would do is get upskilled. Is there a skill that you feel you need to get upskilled on? For example, as a bookkeeper, probably you are not QuickBooks certified. Go into it and do it. Some of these skills are free. If you want to do content marketing or digital marketing, make sure you get a digital marketing certificate. There are many platforms offering these certificates and these trainings for free, or even for as low as $10 for the whole training or for the whole masterclass. So if you're able to upskill yourself such that you are able even to package yourself and to have the right knowledge for the specific job that you are looking for, it will very much be attractive to clients remotely, because they might not be able to assess you personally, but in the interview, as they interview you, they might discover that you are actually saying things that are relevant to their problem, or things that are relevant to them hiring you. So that's why you need to be upskilling as the days goes. Then the next thing you need to be is be responsive and have excellent communication skills. So for example, you have reached out to a client, or a client has reached out to you. Make sure you reply within minutes. Minutes is the best, because that fast response shows that indeed they can trust you. Even when you get a job, when they give you a task, you'll be able to respond fast. Have you been in a situation whereby you want to buy something online, then you inbox or you DM the person selling it, and they reply 6 hours later? At that time, probably you have already looked for another seller, and you have already bought the item. That has happened to me many times before, such that I wanted this item from this specific seller, but they took forever to respond. Yet they had the item, but I had to pick another alternative because I want the item probably in an hour. I want it in an hour. It could be something you need urgently. So if the next seller has it, I will opt for that seller. It's the same with remote working. If someone DMs you or writes to you, I need this done for a certain period of time and this is the fee, then you take forever to answer, they might just have moved on to the next freelancer. This has happened to me many times before, and I have unlearned that, such that I am able to respond immediately. So one way of doing this is just putting your notifications on. For maybe Upwork, my notifications are on both on my phone and on my laptop. For Fiverr the same, and for LinkedIn the same. So such that if I am DM'd, it comes into my taskbar and my Wi-Fi is always on, or my data is always on. So I'm always in an expectation mood, whereby I'm expecting someone to reach out to me for bookkeeping services as a virtual bookkeeper. Yes, therefore, these are the tips I would give you if you want to land a remote role as soon as possible, probably within 48 hours. Start getting your branding correct, your LinkedIn profile, your portfolios, your Upwork profiles. I would suggest Upwork because it's the most popular. It's not that I am biased towards Upwork, but I feel like it is one of the most popular job platforms for remote workers, and it has proven to be quite efficient for most of us as freelancers. And then it's more available in many countries, especially in Africa. It's almost available in every country. So Upwork would be the best, and maybe followed by LinkedIn, then Fiverr, and the rest. But I believe these tips will help you, and make sure you are ready for that interview. Don't assume that you'll just walk in and start talking. No, you need to be quite ready for that interview. And in one of the coming videos, I'm going to share how you can be ready for an interview, before the interview, during the interview, and how you can remain prepared even after the interview. Yes. So, as a remote worker, I wish you all the best in landing your role. But if I wanted a job remotely, I would just look inwards and see the skill that I have currently, the skill that can be monetized. You can have a skill, but it cannot be monetized online. For example, you cannot probably monetize furniture making online, but you can monetize bookkeeping online. And if you have that skill, just start packaging it in such a way that it can be presented as a proposal to help a client or a business to overcome its bookkeeping challenges. Yes. And then, so we have said, identify the skill that you have that can be monetized, then package that skill to be monetized. So you have identified, now package it, whether you sign up on a job platform, whether you start writing, you do flyers or posters or portfolios and send out proposals. So, yes. And then the third one is prepare now for the actual job. So, if you are not ready for the job, especially those people who are changing industries or changing careers, you need to be very well equipped with the right skills. That's why I said upskill. So, those are my 3 ways of landing a remote job successfully and keeping it. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. I hope this video was very helpful to you, and you'll come back telling me that you did and landed a remote job. All the best. Bye.